Stepping through the city and I'm looking hella pretty. They big mad cause they baby daddy wanna pick me. Flying coast to coast, trapping global and remote. Louis bag and I got authentic fur on my coat. I'm chilling in a boat, fat chain around my throat. Only the baddest get to glow. Get a pencil, take some notes. Clowns really jokes, me and twin do the most. Hit the big 3-0, I say we should make a toast. Bitch, you a joke, caught you stalking on my post. Tell me full life good, something most of you can't boast. We twinning.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Two Twins on a Pod. It's your host, Miracle, and your host, Miriah, your favorite twins. This is episode Quattro. Welcome back. Speak of Espanol.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Let's look. Okay, so was it episode 1?
Gosh, Mexico is different, y'all. If y'all ever travel to Mexico,
that's a whole nother episode.
that's another episode. Yeah, if y'all want to know how traveling to Mexico is, and if y'all want to hear like a brief story about us almost getting kidnapped by the cartel,
Episode 1, we briefly touched up on when we were damsels in distress in Mexico, y'all, all the way in Mexico.
Yes.
Literally held hostage. Yes. Fighting for our lives.
Yes.
And for the people who said that it didn't happen, it's not true, we just said that for clickbait, we're going to prove you wrong. Because you weren't there, but we were. So we're going to explain what happened to us from beginning to end in every single detail.
Yep.
So it all started in 2020, the year of the pandemic. And one of the only few countries that was still open was Mexico. So I was like, I really want to do something because I'm not really working right now. The flight attendant industry, everyone was being laid off.
Yep.
So I just really wanted to travel and just get out.
Oh, and flights were super cheap.
Super cheap.
Nobody was flying.
No one. Like
Everybody was afraid
to fly. You would have the whole plane to yourself. It may be you and one other person. So like the flight attendants loved that. Like we were getting first class anywhere we went.
Mm-hmm.
So at first it was going to be a solo trip, but I was getting my hair braided, and then my mom was like, you should take your sister. And I was like, really? Like, I like going on solo trips. I've done a solo trip before. She said, no, take your sister. So I was like, okay. So I told her,
What?
You didn't know about that?
Wow.
Past that. So we decided that we're going to Mexico.
Wow.
So we pack our bags, we head to the airport, and we land in Cancun. And then from there, what do we do? Oh, we rented a car. And we drove, it was like almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours to Tulum. I remember the car being like $10 for the whole week. When is like
$10 a day.
Oh, okay.
It was $10 a day.
For like an SUV.
Yeah, it was $10 a day, USD. What is that converted to Mexican money?
Hey, politically correct. Pesos.
Okay, pesos. You guys, pesos.
They'll even let you rent a car if you don't have your driver's license.
That's true too.
Like if you have a picture of it, or even if you just tell them like, hey, I have a driver's license, they'll let you rent a car.
That's true too. Oh, another thing, Cash App cards do not work in Mexico.
No.
Well, in 2020 they didn't.
Yeah, now they do.
I don't know. Okay.
In 2020, your Cash App card was not working.
Yeah, no.
So
Okay,
I
so
learned that the hard way.
we got the rental car. We drove
Took a road trip to Tulum.
to Tulum.
Yeah.
It was a nice scenic route.
Yeah. Tulum was a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I love Tulum. I think now it's kind of, it's probably still nice now, but it's kind of oversaturated and more Americanized now. But back then, 2020, 4 years ago.
When less people knew about Tulum,
Yeah.
it was the best.
It was nice. It was a nice, chill vibe. And we felt extremely safe
Mm-hmm.
in Tulum.
Mm-hmm.
The food was amazing. All the locals were amazing. Like everyone was super nice, respectful, and helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tulum was a vibe.
it was.
We stayed there for like a few days.
We were there for like almost a week.
Almost a week in Tulum.
Yeah. We were like right by the beach too, so I think it only took us like 5 minutes to get to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the restaurant we went to that was like right off the beach.
Oh, I love that place.
Mm-hmm. What is the name? I can't remember their name.
I can't remember the name, but I can find it. I know how to find it on Google Maps.
Okay.
It's like a treehouse. It's like a treehouse restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like not even a half a mile away from the beach. Like you can see the ocean from the rooftop.
Yeah.
I want to say those tacos were amazing.
Yeah, their tacos and their drinks were amazing too.
Drinks. Oh, and they had a bottle of Can you see it? They had a bottle of 1942. Yeah, get into it. Save the bottle. For only like what, $60, $70?
Yeah, for the bottle.
For the bottle. This can run you almost $200 here in the States. So
Yep.
yeah.
A shot of that here in the States is like $30
Or more.
And then I loved how, like, you know, at the top you could see the entire jungle. We saw the sunset.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, it was super nice.
Even the workers said occasionally they could see monkeys that come by the restaurant. This is like right in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah, Tulum is a vibe, y'all. Like, if y'all ever want to go to Mexico, Tulum is one of them spots.
Yes.
You know,
and now they have that airport.
Oh,
You guys straight into Tulum. I wish that was
Yes, there's an airport in Tulum, y'all. So there's no more 2-hour drive. There's no more an hour for a 30-minute boat ride. Like, you can land straight in Tulum, Mexico.
Yeah, and pretty much any major U.S. airline flies there from the U.S. So go to Tulum if you haven't. So now that we've enjoyed Tulum, we're like, okay, it's time to go. So we booked an early flight because if you're familiar with flying standby, it's best to take the first flight out in the morning so you can get on, especially if you're traveling to the U.S. from out of another country. We wake up and we're trying to catch the very first flight of the day, which is like maybe like 6 a.m. or something. So we're leaving at like 4:30-ish. We're trying to get to the airport. So she's driving like a lunatic, y'all. And she hits a curb. I don't think you got insurance because if we had insurance on the car, we wouldn't have went to some random tire shop to replace the tire because they were going to charge us way more at the car rental for the missing tire. So what we did was, no. We pulled over into a gas station and a group of people came out of nowhere, helped us put on the tire. That's what happened. Yes, they helped us put on the spare that was in the trunk. So we were like, okay, we can't return the car back to the place with the spare on it. So we was like, okay, tires here must be super cheap. So by this time coming from Tulum, we haven't even made it to Cancun yet. Now we're in Puerto Morelos. So we go to some tire shop in Puerto Morelos to get the tire replaced.
If we would have dropped that car off with a spare on it, they would have been like, oh no, y'all not getting y'all money back. Like, what's going on?
They probably would have charged us even more.
Exactly.
So we was like, okay, let's just find a tire shop. So we found a tire shop and a guy, he spoke pretty good English.
Yeah.
For the most part. But it was for something like he was trying to explain to us we couldn't really understand. We used our translator. And you know how sometimes that works.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't really work. So I called one of my battle buddies, Denisha, shout out to you.
Oh, it translated.
She translated.
I remember that.
And the boy.
And it was another guy there
boy.
too. And there was someone else there, a younger guy.
Oh yeah, he didn't really speak English that well.
Remember, he was on a bike.
Oh yeah. He helped him. Okay, yeah.
He spoke a little bit more. His English was a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay.
But the guy, the owner of the tire shop, was so sweet.
He was so nice.
He was super sweet. He was like, "What are y'all doing?"
He looked at us and was like, "What are y'all doing here?
Yeah.
Why are y'all here? Why aren't you all in Cancun?"
Right, like what? Exactly. What y'all doing in the middle of Mexico?
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Hey,
Get out of here. Help, police.
yeah, because we stuck out like a sore thumb, like 2 Black girls in the middle of Mexico.
He's
wearing local feet,
shawl.
Yeah, we did. We had
hats.
Yeah, we had straw hats. We had on bathing suits with shawls over them, like cover-ups. Like, oh my gosh.
And we in the trenches
of Mexico, y'all. But like,
what's going on?
Yeah, we tapped in with Mexico. We tapped in because the guy, he gave us his number. He was like, if y'all ever come back out here,
and see him. If we ever, for some reason, if you
need a tire
or happen to go back to Puerto Morelos, we definitely have to go back and see him and thank him because he
saved our lives.
Was God sent. Yes, he was.
So we were leaving Tulum to go to Cancun to catch our flights. Right? We ended up missing that flight. So then, because at first we were at a 5-star resort, missed the flight. They told us we could not get on the flight. We have to stay in Mexico another day. So then Miracle found
Oh.
a lovely motel from hell.
No.
And it was scary. It was sketchy from the beginning. Wait, I know I have a great memory, y'all. Okay? I take zinc. So I know what I'm talking about. So listen. Okay. We're heading to we're like, okay, we gotta, because this was last minute. We didn't have time to vet this hotel. She just said it's quick because we were at the airport. We missed the flight at the airport. So we're at the airport. She finds a hotel that advertises that, well, they advertised.
Yeah.
No air quotes on that. They did advertise. They had transportation.
Yeah.
To and from the airport. Exactly.
Yep.
So we go downstairs. We called the hotel. We're like, hey, we're at the airport. We need transportation. They're like, oh, we don't provide that.
Yep.
And Miracle had already booked.
Already paid for it.
Right.
Yep.
So she'd already booked everything. So we rent another car.
Yeah.
So after we turned in the first car, we rented another car. And then we drove all the way to the new hotel because they didn't have airport transportation, even though they advertised it.
Strike one.
Strike one. Red flag number one. So we're driving there. It's in the GPS. Then we all of a sudden, we're back on that same road we took when we were heading to Tulum, but it was a little closer than Tulum.
Yeah.
So
This is like, how would you say, about maybe 30 minutes outside of Cancun?
yeah, it wasn't as far as Tulum. So then we finally get our first turn. Okay. We have to turn down this hidden dirt road. Like hidden, incognito dirt road.
Blink, you missed. I think we missed it a couple times.
Yeah, we did.
Had to turn around.
If you blink, you would miss the street. So we're going down the street. We're driving for like a good 5 minutes, and we're still driving down the dirt road.
Because the GPS kept saying like, "Oh, you'll be there in like a few minutes." 5 minutes go by, we're still driving.
Yep.
So that was weird.
Yeah, still driving. So it took us like 10 minutes to get down a dirt road. 10 minutes is a long time driving, y'all. So just imagine driving down
A dirt road, not highway.
Yeah, no highway. There's no street markings on here. It's literally dirt and gravel.
Yep.
So we finally turned down the street and was like, okay, is this it? Is this it?
Yeah.
We pulled up into an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Remember?
Condo, yeah.
And then we were like, no, this isn't it. But the GPS is saying it's here.
Yeah.
So a guy came up to us and was like, hey, can y'all give me a jump? My car not starting.
Yeah.
And we was like,
Red flag number 2.
okay. We were kind of sketchy about that because we're just two dainty girls in Mexico, and this is a man asking us for help. So we were like, but we're good-hearted people. So we were like, okay. And then so we sat there, gave him a jump.
And we asked him for help. We asked him, like, did he know where this hotel
Oh, yeah, we did. And he said, you're right here. So he told us, just go down that way again and you'll see it or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and he looked pretty tan. But that don't got nothing to do with the story. I just remember him being tan, super tan.
Yeah, I remembered with
blonde hair.
Face, like, yeah.
Blonde hair, like,
Yeah, he was blonde.
yeah.
Blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
Well, okay, what you doing out here?
Yeah. He almost looked
He looked very European.
Okay, yeah.
He looked very European. He stood out just like we stood out.
Right,
So I was
right.
like, okay.
He didn't look Mexican. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't look Mexican.
And he spoke English to us. He had like a little European accent.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm just like taking a mental note of what he looked like in case we need to remember. Like, okay, now at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm clocking everything. I clocked how long it took us to get here. This strange man asked us for a jump, and
They advertised airport shuttle, no shuttle.
right hotel, and it's extremely hard to get to. And I think we're on the phone with them as well, and they're trying to explain to us how to get there, but we're just not getting it.
Okay,
So-
the fun part. We find the hotel, yeah.
Finally, turn around, finally find it, and it's hidden because it got trees everywhere. This big wooden gate,
The wall, a concrete wall.
wooden gate, wooden door. So yeah, it was like no wonder. It looked like a garage.
Yeah.
So we finally park, get our bags out, go check in, and we walk around and check in. The room was nice.
The room was nice. It was huge. Remember that big old mirror? Yes, I love it. The mirror was huge. The balconies, it's huge. Overlooked like the pool that was in it. They gave like luxury boutique. Yeah, it was a pool and then right there in the ocean. So it was a very nice looking hotel. Yeah. If you look at the pictures and just arriving, yes, nice. Then we start to notice we were the only y'all, there was one other couple there. So imagine a big resort vlog. Yeah. And you see only another guest, another couple. Yes. That's it. That was red flag right there. Come on now. Yeah. What the heck? Yeah. I don't have any red flags around right now, but yeah, that was kind of okay. We was like, we're just gonna be here. We told him, we was like, that's kind of sketchy, you know. We was like, just one night. Cause they wasn't there. We was the only guests. Yeah. Ain't that weird? That's creepy. That's very creepy. And you know, another thing I found kind of weird too. So y'all, they had like a canoe. It's like a little small boat or whatever. And I was like, oh, nice. Is this for the guests? He said, yes. But you boat at your own risk. Yeah, at your own risk. What do you mean? So if I get lost, no one's gonna come out and find me. Nothing. That was another red flag, y'all. My own risk to boat. No. A 5-star resort would never. So then I was like, we get ready to wind down for the night, and we're like, just gonna be here for one night. We're gonna leave super early in the morning to catch the first flight. So we go to sleep, we wake up really, really early to catch the first flight of the day. Get up super early, bags packed, we go downstairs for breakfast. No, we forget breakfast, we're trying to make that flight. Mm-hmm. So we go downstairs, and lo and behold, there's huge chains around the gate. So we're locked inside the resort, barricaded, huge chains. We're like, how the heck? And then no one does the cars on the other side too. Yeah. So cars outside. It's parked on the street, and we're inside. So we were literally held hostage and locked on the inside since we woke up. Because no employees, no workers, no one was there besides us. Yeah. So we had to wait at least 2 hours. So the first flight of the day, we missed that. We had to wait till someone showed up. Someone finally showed up. We're like, okay, the next flight is not for another few hours. Let's get some breakfast at least. Or what? Oh, because it said breakfast was included. When I booked the hotel, it said breakfast was included, transportation was included. Wait. Okay. But listen, y'all. Okay, so the night before we get there, we get settled in. She calls the booking company that she booked through. She was like, hey, the hotel I booked, they did advertise airport shuttle. They did not have one, so we ended up having to book another rental car. And then the lady on the phone was like, you know what, you're right. They do advertise this. This is not right. False advertising, pretty much. So the lady gave us a refund, for the entire night. The next morning, go downstairs, make our breakfast. This is where it gets really interesting. Yeah. So we get breakfast. Because as we're leaving, he's like, wait, y'all didn't pay for breakfast. Yeah. And I was like, no, breakfast is free. Breakfast, showing it to him on the phone. I put it up on the phone. Look, literally pulled up the fine print. Hey, right here it says breakfast included. And it also said airport shuttle included, but none of that is included, obviously. Mm-hmm. So the man was like, well, it is included and you have to pay us. Yeah. He said you got a second cup of coffee. Yes. He said, yes, because I got a second cup of coffee, they're going to charge me for that. And I think it was $35 or something like that. It was like the amount of the room. And he was trying to charge the amount of the setting, but the amount of the room. So we were like, they're like, we're not letting you leave until you pay this, that, and the third. He was like, and he was like, oh, I still you got a refund for your stay. He said, now you're going to have to pay for breakfast. Y'all, never in their feelings. They was in their feelings because they got caught. And so the night before, when I called the booking company and I told them what's going on, and they made arrangements for me to get my money back, I guess he saw that because they were trying to press her for $75 over a refill of coffee that was advertised to be sold. Miracle is in the office getting upset. Miracle is the one talking to them. So I'm on that booked. So I said, okay, I'll pay, but my bags are in. You're lying. She's lying. She's lying. How am I lying? I'm the one that went to listen. Listen, take your seat. Listen. Okay. He was in the office arguing, going back and forth with those people. Me, I was peeping the scenery out. I was peeping everything as it was going on. I was like, okay, they're not letting up. She's not letting up. All right, y'all want money? That's when she came up with the idea. I was like, okay.
That's when she came up with the idea. I was like, okay.
That's when we collab. We collabed on this, right? We collabed. You can't say you did. Y'all, she won't for credit. Let's give her credit. Well, we collaborated, y'all. Yeah, we collaborated. Yes. Listen, y'all. We was like, okay, we'll pay. This man had to go to the gate, get a big key, and unlock all these chains. Yes. But when we are arguing, the chain were still on the. We're still locked inside of this resort. There's no way out, but unless you want to swim out or climb this tall fence or some barbed wire, right? Yeah. So if we were like anything would happen, we were like in a case of emergency. Yeah, we could not. That was a hazard. Like if emergency happened, that was a fire hazard. That was a fire hazard for one. So like, okay, so you was in the driver's seat. Miracle was in the driver's seat, and I'm gonna go look at my purse. My bag go over. Miracle was like, get in the car. I said, get in the car. Get in the car now. Get in the car. As soon as she get in the car, get in the car. Get in the car. She locks the doors. The guy comes out running. And then out of nowhere, out of nowhere, this big, tall, bald man, came out of nowhere, hella muscle man, came out of nowhere and just stood there. First he stood like, then he started yanking on the door. Yeah, he started pulling the door. I said, glad locked it. The other dude got in front of the car. Mm-hmm. And he was like, you're not going anywhere. You're not. And started banging on the hood, y'all. Yeah. Like, banging on the hood. This dude, like, 6'5". I'll never forget this, y'all. Oh, listen. Look, I'll never forget this. Miracle was like, well, I'd be wrong for running him over. No. Okay, wait. You did say that. Okay. No, because she was on green. He was on the phone 911 at first. Before that happened. Okay, yeah, we did. We called 911. And then, but it was a language barrier. So we hung up. Yeah, we had to hang up because she was saying all we could understand was stay there. She kept saying stay there, and I was like, we cannot stay here. We have to get out of here by any means necessary. The lady did tell us to stay there. Like, why would you want us to stay near danger? Yeah. At that moment, I was like, okay, that's a setup. You tell us to stay here. We're telling you these two men are trying to attack us and holding us hostage, and they're in front of us, and we're trying to leave. So then Miracle is in the driver's seat, and I'm in the back seat. And she turns around and she's like, let me run him over. I said, no. I said, no, do it. At this point, we're in the guy. He's banging on the at that point, my life is in danger. Yeah. Life is in danger. That's when it was like, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, girl. So that's when I took the clutch. Yeah, I reversed. I was like, let me reverse it. And they were good. She reversed. She put it in my head. And then she put it in drive. And as she's doing that, the big chunky dude pick up a rock and throws it at the back of the car. And I'm just like, oh, the glass is about to shatter everywhere. You ain't credit for a ride, allegedly, though. Yeah, she did. Allegedly, she read it, but over. No, allegedly. Okay, allegedly. Man, I never drove so fast. Literally, all you saw was dust and rocks flying. It was a tight corner too. I was like, she'll come around this corner. And we like, camera like, no, shoot. I was like, it was a car between me. I was standing in Florida. Get the Florida there. So and y'all remember, it took us 10 minutes down a dark road. So we was like, damn. Like, we gotta push it, like get up out of here because they gonna see us on this dirt road. So she was going like 90 down a dirt road, y'all. So we got up out of there. I will never forget that in my life. No, honestly, y'all, I saved our lives. We saved our lives. Come here. First of all, you put us in that situation. Okay, you want credit. But y'all, now I told y'all. That was like some cartel-like shit because that wasn't a 5-star resort. What 5-star resort was locking their guests in the resort all night? With chains. The sun came up, we still locked in. Firecrackers. Yeah, what 5-star resort is false advertising? You know what I'm saying? So,
all the red flags lined up. We was the only other guests besides the other couple. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was... Never again. If you guys want to travel to Mexico, make sure you vet your hotels. Make sure you do research on them. And also just make sure it's a 5-star resort.
Yeah, I didn't do too much research on that hotel. I just saw
It was last
it
minute,
included everything that we wanted.
and it was last minute.
It was last minute. It was affordable. It was within budget, and it wasn't no more than 30 minutes from the airport.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, we're driving. 911 called me back again too. Remember?
you did.
They called me back. I just didn't answer
Yeah.
because I'm like, we gone. We probably didn't committed a crime now. Like, so we get all the way back to the airport, y'all, and it happened again. No more, because we were locked in there, so we missed the most critical flights we could have got on.
So every flight was overbooked.
Every other flight was overbooked. Yeah, so we had to stay another night in Mexico. But this time we had a little bit more luck because I think I went on, was it Booking?
Booking.com.
Mm-hmm. And we found,
that lady.
yes, with the boy. Yeah. So we found an Airbnb, and it was on Booking, and the guy was really sweet. He was, because most of the things in Cancun, most of the Airbnbs and hotels were booked because that's the main travel attraction.
Yeah, it was like the only country that was open at the time. So
Exactly. Everyone was in Mexico. So the fact that we found something that was not like, maybe, was it like 10, 15 minutes from the airport?
it was a lot closer.
It was a lot closer. And it was comfortable. The guy provided food, dishes,
felt like a
food toys. It felt like a home. And we were right by the beach. Literally right by the beach.
Yeah, and the lady it was a lady trying to get on the same flight that we were trying to get on with her son. So, hey, I noticed y'all trying to get on that flight. And I think she had been trying to get out too, but everything has been so overbooked. She didn't recognize us.
Yeah, and we noticed, we connected with her because she was traveling to standby too. She was on benefits as well. United's benefits. So we were like, oh yeah, we've been trying to get out here too, girl. So she was like, yeah, because she was like, dang, now I got to spend money for another hotel. Yeah. So we was like, being the good, kind-hearted, sweet girls that we are.
Even after what just happened to us, you would think we'd be like, oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But
We were like, come stay with us.
yeah, because
And we just split it.
And she had her son was with her.
She had her fun, yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we split the that was clutch.
That was clutch. And her son loved it. Like, the pool tours, he was so sweet, y'all. Her son was like about 5 or 6 at the time.
Yeah, and he clung on to us.
He was like, he loved us. When we finally got on the plane and got back to the United States, thank God, he did not want to leave us.
He didn't want to leave.
He cried.
Yeah, I think she was going off to like
Still got the
pictures.
Yeah, that boy was so sweet.
He was so sweet, so smart.
But they were nomads.
Yeah, she was a true nomad.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I'm a nomad because I've lived in California, Michigan, Texas.
No, she was.
She was a true nomad. Like, she just up and left. She said she had been living with this village of people for the past month.
In the jungle, y'all.
In the jungle with her son, who's 6 years old.
Yes.
And she's like, when we landed to Houston, remember, she was like, I don't know where I want to go. She's like, I have a friend in Germany.
Yeah.
Should I go with my friend, stay in Washington for a month? And he's like, what? You're a true nomad.
A true nomad. With the kid, though.
Yeah.
So, no excuse.
Yeah.
If you have kids, no excuse.
There's no excuse. Because he was really smart. So she made sure he learned and was well-mannered.
He did have manners.
Yeah.
That boy was so sweet. But yeah, our recommendations, you guys, if you're traveling anywhere out the country, especially Mexico, we're not saying don't go to Mexico because you can have tons of fun. You can go to and be safe too.
Because anywhere can be dangerous.
Anywhere can be dangerous. Danger does not have a zip code. That was just our experience. You can, but we've been to Mexico again after that plenty of times and had the best times of our lives. But if you are traveling to Mexico, whether it's a solo trip or a small group trip like us, I say definitely stay alert.
Yes.
At all times.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, be aware of your surroundings. At least have someone in the States know your location.
Yeah. Yeah. Share your location with someone you trust, someone in the States. So if anything goes left, they can't get a hold of you.
Right.
They're automatically already contacting the authorities.
Right. Learn a little Spanish too before you go out there.
Sure. Spanish is,
learn a little bit.
It's not that hard to learn either.
It's not.
Well, so shout out to my friends. Y'all came in so clutch.
Yeah.
Who know where we would have been.
Denisha, they was on that phone when we was at the tire shop. She was like, okay, he said this, that, and third. I was like, okay, girl, now we getting somewhere. Now we getting somewhere, but definitely, like, I love Mexico. Tulum. Oh, we skipped a part, y'all.
What part?
When we was in Tulum, our good Aquarius sis was there too.
Who?
Megan.
Oh, she was. Yeah.
And then we saw a dude at the grocery store.
Yes, he was so drunk. He was like, hey,
The dude was drunk.
He was so drunk. That's what we was like.
like,
Talking
nah.
about nothing. He's like, I got a table at Taboo. Megan gonna be right there with me. We was like, nah, you don't know Megan. Yeah, but we ended up following him on Instagram.
Yeah.
And later that night,
He was with Megan.
partying with Megan. We were like, what? Right down the street from the hotel. Like, we could have been there.
Damn.
We missed our window of opportunity. So
I remember that.
Megan, if you see this, hey, we were still at the party.
Yes.
We were still at the party and turned up in Tulum or wherever.
Yes.
Hey, we got the flight benefits.
Right? Let us know, please. Like, that would have been so clutch. But, like, we were trying to use our discernment.
Yeah. Clearly, it worked in the wrong timing.
Right?
Oh my gosh, using that discernment worked in the wrong time.
It did. It did.
Come
We
on.
were trying. We was like, this drunk man at the grocery store. He don't know no Megan. Little did we know he did. Damn.
Pat him a ball.
He did. He was on his story.
Yeah.
Megan was twerking on him. We was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
We could have been there.
At times had.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely when you're traveling, use your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Use your intuition and trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right, 9 times out of 10, it's not right.
Yeah.
So always trust yourself, be safe, share your location.
Yep.
What else? Well, do your research on the place that you're staying and the surrounding areas of where you're staying at. And whatever country or area you're visiting, try to learn a little bit about the culture, the language, and always, always, always keep God first and pray.
Amen.
Because God definitely got us out of that situation.
He was on our side. He was on our side.
Yes. Every step of the way.
Please don't let our horror story discourage you from going to Mexico. Okay, so thank you guys for watching episode 4 of Two Twins on a Pod. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We want you guys to drop in the comments your next travel location. Let us know if you're going to Mexico and what part of Mexico you're going to.
Yeah, we've been back to Mexico plenty of times. Cabo San Lucas, which I love.
Oaxaca.
I love me some Cabo. Utaka. Oh, Utaka. Yeah, we fly there too. So yeah, we've been back plenty of times. We love Mexico. We love Mexicans.
Oh, can you say that?
I can say that. That's not racist. Yeah. We love Mexicans. We love Mexican food. We love Mexican culture.
Hispanics.
Hispanics?
Yeah.
Is that? Are you sure?
Saying Mexicans is like saying niggas.
No, it's not. Yes, it is. Just cut. What? Really? No.
Yes. It's not. Okay. Why do people get offended when you say Mexican?
Why do you guys somebody use it in a derogatory term? But we're not using a derogatory term. Okay.
All right.
You're trying to get me canceled.
Ask Doughboy, because a lot of people, like Cardi B, she got offended. She was like, I'm not Mexican. I'm Dominican.
We wasn't using it in a derogatory way.
Okay. We love Mexicanas.
Episode over.
Okay.
Stepping through the city and I'm looking hella pretty. They big mad cause they baby daddy wanna pick me. Flying coast to coast, trapping global and remote. Louis bag and I got authentic fur on my coat. I'm chilling in a boat, fat chain around my throat. Only the baddest get to glow. Get a pencil, take some notes. Clowns really jokes, me and twin do the most. Hit the big 3-0, I say we should make a toast. Bitch, you a joke, caught you stalking on my post. Tell me full life good, something most of you can't boast. We twinning.